guys, it's Eric here at Farpoint Restorations. It's time to get more serious about the bus. Been waiting for more parts to show up, and they have arrived. We've got the bus moved from this bay, which has spent the last 10 months in, over onto the lift. And so the final assault on the 1972 Volkswagen bus project begins. I'm going to go ahead and get it up in the air. We'll do a quick walk around, and you can look forward to videos coming out soon in the future of more work being done. We still have some axles to rebuild on that side, as well as some brake work on this side. The front's about done, but there is some tidying up and of course clean and paint. So I'm looking forward to it. Let's get this thing up in the air, shall we? And that's going to make things a whole lot easier to work on. I'll get the camera off the tripod here. I'll give you a quick walk around. Biggest change since the last video, we've got brand new Hankook Vandura rims or tires on here. These are 8-ply tires designed for the weight that the bus has. One of the big issues with these cars is that people say they tend to get blown around on the road. They wander, they wiggle, they're a little bit dangerous. A lot of that has to do with the fact that they are kind of top heavy. But a lot of it also has to do with the fact that people will run past your tires on these and they're just not designed for it. I mean, it's just too much weight. So the car kind of squats, and those rims, those sidewalls on these tires, they just don't hold up well enough with all that weight, especially when you start loading it up with camping gear. Cool, let's take a walk around. All right. We'll start here, a little better view. This is an area that we didn't know had damage. But you can see it's been beat back out. Not sure what we're gonna do about that. I don't know, I'm not happy with it, but I just don't know if it's worth the effort to cut that out and put a new patch in there. And there's those wheels, Hankook Vandura, LTs, 8-ply tires, and they have, you know, kind of a regular street pattern, but not bad. Of course, the biggest area of rust right there, we haven't addressed that yet. I've got a panel for it, and we'll go ahead and fill that in here shortly. Along to the front, a lot of this work is done. We've got new shocks up here, new brake lines, new calipers, new tires, new rotors, new pads, and that's about all the new. Of course, we do have some new steering components that come up underneath here. Main steering linkage here has also been replaced. It had a bunch of play in it. And other than that, she was good. The sway bar bushings were good, sway bar links were good, tie rod ends, ball joints, that kind of stuff. They were all in decent shape. So this area is kind of ready to be painted, cleaned off, scrubbed down, painted, and that'll be happening here shortly. Along the back there, you can see underneath this thing, not a lot of rust, not a lot of rust. So I have to put the cover back on here as well. Of course, the biggest patch is here. I do have a patch, and I'm ready to replace that. Just haven't had the time, really. And that's it over here. I had to take the drain line loose that comes from the other side, so it's just dangling right now. That was, it was hitting the frame of my lift, and that could not be a good thing. So we got that out of there. Along the back, fuel tank is in. All the hoses are now connected. We just need to tighten things down a little bit. And this area is pretty much done. I do have to put, I've got it right there, that pan, that's the battery tray. I've got to weld a new one of those in. And the wiring is tidied up. It doesn't look like it in this, but it is. It's just kind of pushed out of the way so we could roll it. And so we're ready to install the adapter plate and get that Subaru transmission or Subaru engine installed in this. So that's going to be the biggest move here very shortly, is getting the engine in. And then of course there's a lot of little things to work out once that's done, but it'll sure feel good to have that engine in there. As you can see over here on the bottom, that axle has been rebuilt. I did that before the snow came in, and this side we're still waiting on. I only had one of the two boots, and I want to go ahead and replace the two boots while I take that axle out to rebuild it. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and I'll bring you along on the process of rebuilding an axle. Cool. Well, I'll be honest, it's kind of cool finally having this thing moving along at a faster pace. A lot of fabrication work still to be done, but in the grand scheme of things, we are past the 50% point on the bus. Hope you will like and subscribe if you're interested in buses and Volkswagen Beetles. Got a whole lot going on with Beetles I'll be sharing with you here shortly. But that's it for today. A little update here and a big surprise that it's finally on the lift. Till next time, my friends, take care.